Tanya, one of the funniest things to me is how many people have come up to us throughout season 1 of Scaly Adventures and said, the music absolutely blows our mind.
They love it.
They might have said, I'm not into snakes that much. I'm not even into reptiles.
Yeah.
But, I was flicking the channel and I heard this ripping rock music and it just blew my mind. And I stayed and I just watched and I fell in love with the show.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really neat story how we actually got connected with Bone Prophet and how we ended up with their incredible music on our show.
It is such a cool story, and we're so thankful for you guys. I mean, you guys are such a blessing. For Scaly Adventures. If you don't know the story, it's pretty neat. We were hosting down in Atlanta a live TV show, and when the guys came on, we had never met them before, and then we heard the music in the studio, and we were like, oh my gosh.
I think they were just tuning up, and that was it for me. I was like, yeah!
Like the second we heard it, we knew. And then we had this opportunity in March of 2013. This opportunity came open for us to create a TV show. We had never done it before. We had no experience, but we're like, we're going to need some music. So I looked through my script, and I had Eddie's cell phone number on there. Remember me calling you? You were at the top of a mountain.
Yeah.
I think y'all were skiing or something on top of Gatlinburg or something.
I think I was working up on top.
Oh, you were working up there.
Yeah.
I remember calling, and I'm like, hey, this is Tanya Curren. I know we've only met you once. Here's the deal. We have an opportunity to make a TV show, send it all over the world for millions and millions of children. I need music. I want to shoot a music video, but I have no budget. Are you interested in partnering with us for that?
Oh, sure. We're used to that.
And he said, we specialize in no budget.
Right. But you know what I love about this? That he didn't even hesitate. That 1 second he said, we're in. I loved it. Instantly you just knew, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, which, like you said, we'd have met on Atlanta Live.
Yeah.
And, there was some chemistry there then. We could tell
Definitely.
that, you can tell who you pair yourself up with, and you can kind of get a feel for people. And, and I talked to Brian about it even. I probably okayed it before I even talked to him, then called him and said, hey, we're going to be doing some TV music. And he's like, what?
We're gonna what?
But it's been seriously really fun. It's stretched us too as musicians as far as, having to come up with so many different tracks, because if you listen to anything anymore, there's 50 tracks in a 10-minute section.
Right.
Yeah. Music, but
I remember you too. You saying that you spent time watching cartoons, kind of
I did.
Learn what children, because you really weren't playing for to little children. And our show ranges are like 6 to 17 is our target age, but we know we have children as young as 3, and even a grandmother who wrote in at 93. And that's why we say we know your music has this huge and broad appeal because they all love it. Even that grandmother who's 93.
Well, I think what's cool too is that the music really brings certain scenes alive. I mean, more than anything, people always come up to me now and go, "Eat your potatoes." It's interesting how a set of music will take otherwise static footage and just absolutely turn it into something artistic.
Totally true. I mean, two things come to mind when we're on the water and when your music just kicks and it's ripping and then that boat takes off. It just you can feel like you're there. And there's another episode, season 1, episode 2, when we took that journey through the woods, and it just slows down, and we're playing your music, and you just feel like you're sweating and you're walking in the woods. It's cool. I mean,
and a lot of the stuff that we make too, we've even talked back and forth about. We don't even need to send them that one. Like the one, I don't know if you remember the episode, it's got the little crab running down the beach.
Yes.
We wasn't even going to send that one because we thought, well, I don't even know if I could use that. It's like that little and it fit in perfect.
It was
with that little
perfect.
crab running down the beach.
And it's funny too because sometimes I'll be editing and I'll see something and then I'll go and I'll listen to your music and then I'll be like, I wasn't going to use that piece of footage, but that's a perfect spot for that piece of footage.
Exactly. In episode 13, in the karate scene, what was the song that you
Back
used?
Home.
Back Home.
Mm-hmm. There was two songs throughout the entirety of last year that we used. Literally, I ripped them right off the album.
Right.
Which I think is really cool because if you're a Scaly Adventures fan and you watch the show, you can actually buy the Bone Prophet album, and right there, literally, I remember when I finished editing, I went through this real massive depression because it was like
it was hard.
It was for 6 months. It was full on Scaly, and I got in the car and I put in that album, and it was just like all these memories came flooding back. And that's what's really cool about it is it's one of the few TV shows where you can actually listen to and jam out to the music. And last season we used 2 full songs off your album. We used Back Home and Somebody Help Me. I don't know what the real name of the song is, but I just okay. But all I know is every time I look at a big yellow Burmese python now, I think somebody help me. But it's such an awesome contribution to the work, and we can't thank you guys enough because I know that from our genre and from your genre, we do this for a passion, and we do it because we want to serve God first. And we know that oftentimes that comes paycheck on the back end, and sometimes you have to wait a long time for that. But the commitment that you guys have given to us and just pushing through it, even though I know you're working incredibly crazy hours and you're working incredibly crazy hours just like you are. And it makes it feel real cool too, because we can associate, we know how dedicated you guys are to what you do, and it's incredible to have you aboard.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you all, and it's an honor for us to be a part of it.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to God making it bigger and bigger.
Amen.
Amen. We're looking forward to it.
Always look for people who believe in what you're doing. Partner together with other people like we have with Bone Prophet. They're amazing. They have a heart for God. They have a heart for children and families literally all over the world. We encourage you to check them out at boneprophet.com, and definitely stay tuned to scalyadventures.com for more awesome episodes and cool music from these guys.
That's right. We'll see you in the woods.
See you later.
See you.
Cool.
Eat your potatoes! Eat your potatoes!